His grace. I came in His name. I am saved by His grace. 2,000 years ago, He died on a cross so He could show you how to live your life without sin and without lies. The devil took Him on a mountaintop, and offered Him every kingdom. He would not stop. He said, "Son of man, worship me. Come over, bend your knee." I said, I came in His name. I'm saved by His grace. Surrounded Himself with 12 good men, disciples as we called them. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and they told the story after He was gone, how He was born and raised. It only took 3 days. In His name we are saved, but only by His grace. I came in His name. I am saved by His grace. By His grace. Day you were born, God looked down at the place you lay. He took a deep breath, then blew on a cloud and blew them away. And heaven and earth He built, it took Him just 6 days. It took Him just as long to make that smile for your beautiful face. I said, 'cause you're a natural girl. An actual girl. Cadbury's, they made a recipe for your eyes. Took the twinkles from the stars, placed them inside both your eyes. For me, for you, for me, for me. 'Cause you're a natural girl. An actual girl. I work for days, toil for hours and hours, just to pay for your dress and all your wedding flowers. And your dress will be made from the finest silk threads. It will fluster the priest and turn every man's head as you grace the aisle with those curves, that smile, that smile. 'Cause you're a natural girl. Actual girl. And your veil will be handmade by nymphs. They blushed at your beauty when they caught their glimpse. Your legs, your arms, your feminine charms, those charms. 'Cause you're a natural girl. A natural girl. Send a message to my father up above and tell him I found this girl, the one I'm truly in love, the one that He sent down from heaven up above. She fits me just like her love. 'Cause she's a natural girl. An actual girl. Climber the highest steeple. At the top of my voice I'll sing to all the people. Found this girl, I love the one from above, above. 'Cause she's a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. I'll write your name on Venus, Jupiter, Mars. You look up at night, you'll see your name is written in the stars. 'Cause you're a natural girl. evening, boys and girls. Naturals, that is. How you all doing? Hope you had a nice day. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you please, don't you take my man. Jolene, 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 oh, please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare. Shaggy locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain. I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what it means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you please, don't you take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Now you could have your choice of men, I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you, my happiness. It depends on you, whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Saucy little red-headed fella from down the bank called himself Jolene, he did. Take the time to make some sense. What you wanna say, cast your words away upon the wave. Sail them home with acquiesce on a ship of hope today. And as they land upon the shore, tell them not to fear no more. So say it loud, sing it proud today. And the dance, if you wanna dance, please brother take the chance. You know they're gonna go which way we're gonna go. We know is that we don't know how it's gonna be. Please, brother, let it be. Life, on the other hand, won't let you understand. We're all part of a master. We're all part of a master plan. To educate us. So sing it loud, say it proud too. Now I'm not saying right is wrong. It's up to us to make the best of all the things that come our way. we're gonna go. We know is that we don't know how it's gonna be. Please, brother, let it be. Life, on the other hand, won't let you understand. We're all part of a master plan. Bink! Dink dink.
Google Pixel 9 just captured my trip perfectly.
Happy birthday, Anna. Anna, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Anna. Anna, it's your birthday. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday, Anna. How you doing? Oh, where's my music window gone now? I've closed it. Dip. There it is. Let's sing One for God. This one goes out to my Heavenly Father. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky in Portugal, yes it is. I said, breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. Yes you do. It's a new dawn, new day, new life for me. Yes it is, and I'm feeling God. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom in the tree, you know how I feel. Yes you do. It's a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me. Yes it is, and I'm feeling God. Dragonflies out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Yeah, 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 sleep in peace when your day is done, that's what I mean. Old world for me. Yes it is, and I'm feeling God. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. I am feeling gone. Bink! Yash! Yash! We'll stop it right there. Does somebody want a biscuit? Eh, fathead? You want a biscuit? You want a biscuit? Marley wants a biscuit. You better stop peeing everywhere. You keep peeing everywhere. I don't know why he's doing it. Getting all excitable, peeing on my feet and stuff. Div. You want a biscuit? Man, you want a biscuit? It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. Oh, how are you all doing? Did you have a nice day on a non-spinning stationary flat plane? Oh. Revolution Day. What? Where they got rid of all the truth. They revolted against the truth and kept the lies on it, didn't they? Eh? Same in England. Right, where are we? Let's get rid of this music window. Let's copy and paste the stream. I'll be right back with you, boys and girls. Give me 2 seconds. G2G Poncho Pete. Home to the live video. Truth. They revolted against the... Copy. And then we'll drop the paste in there. Picture. Post. Twitter. Tweet. Back to Facebook. Share to group. And we're good to go. Share to the group. There we go. And no, you've done that wrong, haven't you, dipstick? Again. You finished that biscuit already. Share to group. Now we're good to go. Right, let's come back to class. Who was first in class tonight? It was Rachel Tucker. Susanna came second. Hello, Susanna. Alpha, E-Trader, Juice, Dutch Girls, you are beautiful. Luke in Croatia, how are you doing, sunshine? Chill, welcome. Anna, happy birthday, darling. I hope you had a nice day. Have we got a bottle of vino on the table? Are we sat in the Portuguese sunshine enjoying a bottle of wine? Trini, welcome to the show. And that's it. Welcome to all of you. I hope you had a nice day on a non-spinning stationary flat plane. We are looking at human skeletons as always. There are 2 of them. You got a choice. You're either a boy or a girl. That's your answer. Okay? Boy or girl. This is how forensics works. You are one or you are the other. You want to go out, don't you? You pain in my backside. I'm going to have to learn to open that back door when I get you that biscuit. Yes, yo, you little bugger. Go on then. And then he'll walk right back in to see that I've not left him. He always does it. And then he goes out and plays. Oh no, he can hear me. I had to come in. Right. Here we go. Let's play ball. We look at the human skeleton every day. Males are bigger. It is a fact. Our bones are denser. Our heads are wider. Eyes are deeper. Hands are bigger. Feet are bigger. Bones are bigger. Bones are stronger. All in the male. And once you realise there are only 2 skeletons that you can look at in this world, male and female, you start to realise you've been hoodwinked. How do we do this? Well, we look at the male face and it's bigger than the female face. You can visually see it, right? You can, can't you? Men have further apart eyes. Women have close set eyes. Men have rectangular shaped eyes. Women have rounded eyes. Men have bigger noses. Men have bigger teeth. Men have wide dental arches to match their far apart eyes. And a square jaw to match those 2. The only thing that's really bigger on the woman is the 5-head, because it seems to squash the face downwards, giving her this beautiful flat forehead, oval shaped head. It's beautiful that you are the fairer of the two species. Men should not be graded as beautiful women ever because they are men. Nut jobs. You're trying to get me to play in your mental illness and I don't want to play. Thank you very much. I'm a straight guy. I know what I like and it's not that. There. Is this the beautiful egg-shaped head of a woman, not the blockhead of a man? Excess of copyrighted material may under circumstances quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news report, teaching and research without the need for formal payment to the copyright holder. To the naughty holder. We stopped right there on Simone Cecina. We didn't get into him, did we? But we did find 5 gates, did we not? Let me just go forward a few. 2, 3, 4. We need one more. I think I've already got that one. I'm not sure. Let's see if there's another one. Oh, we like that one. Look at that diamond in there. Look at the waistline. Look at the arms swinging in front of him rather than to the side of him. We live in a strange old world where you are fooled into thinking that women are men and men are women. Why? Because the devil wants you to sin. You don't believe in the devil? Good, that's what he wants. He wants you to never find out about God or Jesus. He never wants you to have a remorseful thought ever. He wants you to be proud and boastful. Things that he hates. The devil wants you to be those things. Christ does not. You've got to pick a side. We live in a binary world. Day and night, hot and cold, fire and ice, man and woman, truth and lies, good and evil. And without you knowing, they've taken away your choice. You don't believe in either God or the devil, so you don't even make a choice, which means you become automatically the devil's because you messed up. You've got a brain to think for yourself. You never used it. You lived here for maybe 80 years if you're lucky. You lived on earth in the living for 80 years, never realised that the world wasn't spinning, never realised that water's level, never realised that your Prime Minister is secretly transgendered. V-shaped clavicles, look at the way they bow inwards. Even though he's pulling his arms, she's pulling her arms down. So like, what the is that? Is that a clump of mushrooms? Someone tell her she's got a cluster of mushrooms growing on her titties. Mushroom titties. Very small clavicles, not very long at all. Look at the way the shoulders slope. The reason she's pulling down on her arms is if she just left them to go back up a little bit into normal position, she'd create a beautiful diamond, which she's trying to avoid. But she still can't create that perfectly flat clavicle that a man has and the big lump that sticks out of his shoulder there. They can't repeat it. See, that's the thing. They say that they can open the clavicle and shove another piece of bone in there and make it longer, but they don't put the lump on the end of it either. I don't know. Some people do look like they've got massive shoulders, like Leah Thomas, for example, the swimmer. It's an actual woman. It isn't a boy pretending to be a girl. It's an actual woman, but she's got some massive shoulders and clavicles. And because we're not used to looking at women like this, and we're not used to looking at 7 foot tall women either. So your ratios are kind of, they're not out of sync. They're just not used to seeing them of that grade, that size. This one's got the most feminine eye. Look at those eyelashes. See, when I tell you ladies, you don't need to wear mascara or eye makeup. This is why, look. This is what you look like without any makeup on. You look stunning. Without the beard, of course. This would have been a very, 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 very pretty girl. Unfortunately, they forced her to drink testosterone, chopped off her breasts and called her Simone. See, Simon. Simone, whatever. Let's get your gates and let's get out of here. I quite like that as your 50-50. Where was it? It's not far off. Might be a little bit small, but I like it. Right, we'll take that as your 50-50 and then we'll get your gates one after the other. Nope. That's the one. Diamonds are a natural girl's best friend. as your skills get stronger and stronger on this, you'll make less and less mistakes. Trust me. When I first started, I was terrified of making mistakes, but I'm only human. I hate that word, human. I'm only a man, is what I should say. I'm only a man. The devil deceiveth the whole world, to the point that he can make a woman grow a beard, cut her hair short, chop off her breast, and make her actually look manly. To most. You can fool most of the people most of the time. You can fool some of the people some of the time. But you cannot fool all of us all of the time. And we, the unfold, look at the size of that clavicle. I've seen men with bigger fingers than that. You will never recast that spell on us that made me think or believe what you told me about these people was true. All the boyfriends holding up the rabbit ears. Look, duping delight. Absolutely duping delight that you've been fooled. This world disgusts me. I hate the place, I really do. Jesus said not to love this world. And the world hate you just the way it hated him, because you knew the truth. You know the truth. You knew the truth, and you didn't sit back, did you, folks? And for that, it's not a boastful thing. You're not boasting, you're protecting. You know, because God doesn't like boastful people. I get it. After all the work I've done and all the effort I've put into pleasing him, I still don't feel like I've gotten anywhere with him. I really don't. I think he's still going to chastise me. I don't know what it's going to take for me to think I've done something useful for God. Maybe it's my own self-persecution, I don't know, but I don't feel like I've done yet, Father. I really don't. I don't feel like I've done it. Look at that min. Straight up, that's a bitch! Please! How's a Kimbo? Look at those here. If someone can explain to me why these so-called beautiful men wear high-waisted trousers, straight out of Bruce Lee's School of High-Waisters, them. Look how high up those come up. I just walked to the shop, I'm not kidding you, in a pair of joggy bottoms, and my ass was hanging out all the way. My pants were hanging off the top of my hips, right? The top of my hips are right above my arse cheeks. Pants are hanging off myself all the way there on back. I can feel a cold draft whooshing down my back there. But that, right, did I take that picture? Because it's got to be taken. Take picture, thank you. There's another one there, look. It's so easy to see them. It really is. They don't look like us. They don't walk like us. Men. You only assume that it's a man because they give him a male name, grew a beard and chopped his breasts off. That's the only reason you believe it, and put him in male clothes. This is why the Bible says at the end of Revelations, men shall not wear women's dresses and women shall not wear men's pants, because it causes confusion among the masses. Back then it would have done, right? Because that everybody would have been so trusting that they wouldn't have seen this coming. They didn't foresee Satan's deception right before them, just the way Adam and Eve didn't see it in the garden. Remember, he's the most subtle and deceptive of all the beasts. How can there not be a God when you understand the skeleton? You know there's a God. That's why Eve was easier to fool, because she didn't watch God create the world the way Adam did. She didn't get to name the animals the way Adam did. Adam lived for a day longer than Eve, so in God's terms, that's 1,000 years, they say. One day of our life is 1,000 in God's. So for 1,000 years, Adam and God walked together, which is what it would have seemed like, I guess. Before he realised, I don't have a partner, I don't have a spouse. So the devil went after Eve instead of... What is that? Oh, it's a moose's knuckle. The devil went after Eve because she was the easier one of the two to get to. And when a man loves a woman, he'll do anything for her. He will. And that's exactly what Adam did. The mistake Adam made was to... Go and eat your food. The mistake Adam made was to blame God. He blamed God for creating the woman for his sin. Instead of admitting he was wrong, he committed sin, he was prideful and boastful. And he boasted that God got it wrong, you know. We're done. We're done. Look at the state of that moose's knuckle. We're out of here. Next. Jonathan Pryce. I do believe Jonathan Pryce is already on the list. I'll be surprised if she's not. No, not the ads. H's file. I made that, what was it? Guillem Arantes meme. Where is it? Just there. Perfect. As soon as I saw just that single picture there, I knew I could see all the markers I've taught you. If you look at this image of a woman, the way she curves in all places, look. Even though she's kicked her hip out, she's still got hip showing on this side. Look, this is what misses on the MTFs in real life, the real MTFs. Even with Brazilian bum lift, it's in the wrong place. That line would be much higher. The shoulder tilt and the hip twist is what I want you to see, because this is what happens to a woman's body when she walks. These hips sway like a pendulum back and forth. That's what gives a woman her swagger, creating this beautiful S-curve down the side, because she has an F-shaped spine. She creates beautiful S-curves left and right of her. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing the shoulder tilt across. I'm seeing the S-curve down that side, look, with the hip twist. And then I'm seeing that beautiful diamond from the flamingo foot, because the feet are crossed over, look. Knees are about to separate slightly and create that beautiful diamond. And then that's the way we look at people now. When I'm walking down the street, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that shoulder tilt, the hip twist and the diamond to show, because I always watch the knees. Very rare I look at people's feet. I don't need to look at them, I just look at the knees. Because you either get the flamingo, the diamond showing, or you don't. You get this straight gap. Train on tracks versus a tightrope walker. It really is that simple. Just like the footprints in the snow show. But I really like that picture. It's a classic one from them where they're showing you. Because they know you don't know anything about the skeleton, they show you exactly the markers and you can't distinguish them. I remember one time, my best friend Kai, well, my old best friend, he's got an uncanny knack for picking up bullshitters and liars. He has an uncanny knack for knowing. But when it comes to the government, no, they won't lie to him. Schools wouldn't lie to him. I'm wrong. No, I'm lying to him at this point, you know, rather than them. He has this uncanny knack for doing it. But one time he was watching, when I first became a flat earther, he was watching one, and he called this person out, and he kept saying to me, there's something about that person. I don't know what it is. He calls me Spud. Something about that person. This person was very feminine. It always sounded gay. And he used to say things like, "And now, that's what I'm saying." Like that, right? All the time. And this person was picked up for being a paedophile also. Seen his arrest sheets on a show. But I saw that same person that I just showed you here walking is this person. And the person I'm talking about who said, "I know, that's what I'm saying," looks like this person. Uncanny, Stephen, isn't it, Stevie? Or is it Steviette? Are you a flip-flop as well? Wouldn't surprise me. You, Vinny, Snack, you all got to be flip-flops, right? Because the rest of them were. Jibby was, Larry was. So you've got to be, for sure. Makes me laugh because I was so blinded to these liars and their lies. They could literally sit in front of me and I wouldn't know I was looking at a woman. Look at those froggy coffee bean eyes. I wouldn't have known I was looking at a woman. Jonathan Pryce, absolute egghead. Look at that for an egghead. Widest in the hairline. She's got big ears for a woman though, wouldn't you say? She does. Where are we? Backfire, Jonathan Pryce. Do you know there's no Jonathan Pryce in there? Unless I spelled his name wrong. Did I? 1 second. And find out if I've spelt his name wrong. Price. Search again with an I. I don't think I did. I think I know it's a Y. So, there are people out there who'll tell you that this is the Pope. That right there is the Pope. Firstly, they are two different ages. This is at least a generation younger than the Pope that just died, Francis. I'll give you it. This person played Francis in a film, didn't he, about the Pope. The two popes, or whatever it was called. There are three popes. There's a black pope and a grey pope. But they're saying that that's the same person. Now, they're definitely women. They're both definitely women, no doubt in my mind. The shape of the skull is identical, right? They're both females. They could be family, I'll give you this. They could be sisters, 10 years apart or something. But I'm telling you now, that one on the left is not the one on the right. No way. There's a certain look to this one on the left's left eye as well. It looks dead. You see how they look different colours as well. This one looks browny green and that one looks bluey. I don't see it in this eye here, look. I should see that dead look and it's not there. This one's it's like Sniper Division, but not quite. It's not off to one side. It's kind of looking upwards. Totally different eye sockets. Different size ears. Not the same person. No way. No way are they the same people. They look similar though. I'll give you it. And the only way I'll give you anything is that the family. That they're both sisters. Not the same person. In fact, Jonathan Pryce, recent. Let's have a look at some recent pics. Yeah, definitely not. The Pope. Not in any way, shape or form is that the Pope. In a skin mask, you're saying, right, so then Jonathan Pryce has got to live these two lives separate from each other, 20,000, well, 15,000 miles apart, Italy to America. You got no chance. I just don't see it. The only similarity is they've got the same froggy, rounded eyes. They've got the same small mouths, pink lips. They've both got 5 heads. You know, you might as well mix Anthony Hopkins in there as well then. 5 head, close set eyes. And because they've all got these female skulls, every pope, every actor, you can interchange just about anyone's face. At the right age, when they look kind of similar, you could interchange Adolf Hitler's face into these. You could interchange Bill and Ted from Bill and Ted's Journey. That is definitely a woman. Egghead. Eyes are close together. Jonathan Pryce still not coming up. You've got to be kidding me. Jonathan Pryce has not been done. Well, we're about to change that. Walking. If someone told me I hadn't done Jonathan Pryce, I'd have been like, shut up. Of course I have. Oh, maybe this is why I've got a diamond. I've got a flamingo. There's no gates. That might be the only gate. There's another one here. She's got massive hips. Look how big that area is there. What's going on there? Just look at the body. Look at the body. There's something going on here that doesn't happen with men. And this is what they've done. The tailors, bless me by the way, The tailors have learned how to hide women's hips, which is why they give them these big Bruce Lee School of High waisters to cover them up. When you look at boxers in the shorts, that's why the boxer shorts are so high. I think Warren posted a picture of Spartacus earlier on, and Spartacus is just like William Shatner on Star Trek. The underwear he wears is riding up to his nipples. Oh my gosh, there's only one gate for Jonathan Pratt. You got to be kidding me. What's that there? There's another flamingo foot. Oh, there's a nice one. It's not perfect though. Is that his wife? Size of that hand. Look at that finger. That finger looks like the size of two fingers. Has she trapped that finger in the door? That arm is massive. Look at the difference in these arms. How is that possible? How is that one got... It looks double the size to me, because I reckon the female shoulder on Price is here somewhere. He has got long arms, hasn't he? That he's a daddy cool. Look, holding a magic wand. Daddy cool. And daddy cool. Yes, they create all the conspiracy theories, the lies, to stop people who have found the truth from sounding sane, reasonable. You know? Example, fake animals. I sounded like a loony when I said fake animals, in amongst everything else I was learning. But there are fake animals. If you think a liger exists in real life, it doesn't. Man intervened and caused a tiger to mate with a lion, a liger. So if they can do that with two cats, continents apart, they can do it with bears, they can do it with sharks, they can do it with all sorts, if they can do it. That's where we ended up with fake animals. They do fake animals. Don't tell me they don't. They do. There are such things as gorillas. Of course there are. But are all the gorillas in zoos real? That's the question. Are all the gorillas in zoos real? Or do they pay actors to pretend to be gorillas when they ain't got any? Who knows? Everything will come out in the dark. The dodo is bullshit. Yes, it is, Anna. The dodo's got to be one of my favourites. They hunted this bird to extinction. A flightless bird. And there it is. This is the only one they've got. It's in the English Museum. That's allegedly what a dodo bird looked like. And apparently it tasted so succulent and so nice. It tasted so nice that they hunted it to death. Practically, it's nonsense. You know, it's like to say that the rhinos are dying and all this. They're not. It's bollocks. They've probably got lands full of them somewhere that they don't tell us about. But this is allegedly what a dodo bird looked like. And it was so tasty. The wings are shite. The hot wings on that must have been crap. I've seen more meat on a sparrow's kneecap. But apparently this flightless bird existed, and all the sailors, when they got to the Galapagos Islands, wherever it's from, I don't care. When they got to these islands, they hunted it to death. They were so hungry and so famished that they hunted a bird just simply because of what it tasted like. It tasted so good there were none left. And this is a warning to mankind for hunting down the wild animal, all this bollocks. Right, you're never going to hunt down all the cod in the sea. You're never going to hunt down all the haddock in the sea. You're never going to hunt down all the birds in the sky because they'll just fly off, nest somewhere else. You're never going to get them all. Ever, ever, ever. Shut up. It's a load of bollocks. Bird of paradise. This one is a lie of paradise. Never existed. But apparently they'll put it in Alice in Wonderland and all this. And then it becomes real. It becomes real. They should have said the last dodo bird we put into space. That's what they should have said. We sent the last one to space. The dodo bird. What a load of shite. Don't exist. Never did. But it's to make you believe in evolution and extinction. Right? You're not going to hunt down all the dogs in the world. You're not going to hunt down all the fish in the world, all the birds. Because they lay eggs, have pups, all the rest of it. Life goes on. This is a regenerative world where we can guarantee that from a carrot, and carrots might not be real because they're the wrong colour, a carrot to a pigeon can recreate, reproduce, and the circle of life continues. It's really simple. God makes everything simple to see. They make it stupid. They make these stupid concoctions up, like the dodo bird, and then the nonsense story that comes along with them. Sailors found them so delicious they ate them all. Nonsense. Next you'll be telling me great big lizards as big as houses and skyscrapers used to walk the earth. Bullshit. Dodo birds. Get out of my face. Jonathan Price, let's take your gates. They lied about everything to keep you from the salvation that Christ gives you. They don't want you to have kindness and mercy and forgiveness. They want you to hate each other. And for most of the world, this can be said. The English hate the French hate the Germans hate the whatever. It goes on and on all around the world because of what they've created for us to live in. That you hate your next door neighbours. Your actual next door neighbours, you hate them. They've got a better car than you, or they live in a bigger house than you, and they've separated us all by this great divide of money. Satan's greatest tool is money. And people get robbed, burgled, murdered, all for money. There'd be none of these things if everything was free. If everybody just gave some of their time each week to a job. Just some of it. You don't need to give a whole week like we do now. Just a single day. One day of your life you work, 6 days off. And for those 6 days, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to get yourself, it'll be free. Because the next person's doing the next day's job. And the next person's doing the next day's job. And so on and so on. And if we all worked for free, the whole world would work exactly the way it does now, but it wouldn't cost a thing to live. Everybody would get an house. Everybody would have a car they wanted. Everybody would have all the clothes that they ever wanted. All the food they ever wanted. It'd all be free. But no. You want someone to tell you when to get up. You want someone to tell you what clothes to wear. What haircut to have. What food to eat. You want someone else from a past gone era when they said that knights rode on horses in big steel armour and all this bollocks. As far as I'm concerned, the whole lot is a pile of shite. And the only thing I can believe in and truly believe in is God. Because their history, well, it should be his story, right? It should be God's story. That's what we should be taught from the off. It should all be about his story, God, and what he did for us and how we got here. That's what it should be. But they created all these different heroes. Like, for example, Napoleon Bonaparte. Let's just take Napoleon. We have a saying in England, he's got a Napoleon complex. Napoleon complex. Watch it come up there. See? Napoleon complex. The Napoleon complex, also known as small man syndrome. I want you to pay attention to what they're telling you. Small man syndrome, SMS, is a popular belief. It's a popular belief, though not a formal diagnosis. The short men tend to exhibit dominating and aggressive behaviour. Bollocks. I know lots of short men, and they don't do that. They're very timid. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to get beaten up. And there are some small men like Gozzy, who's 4 inches smaller than me and could probably fight me times 10. An absolute beast of a man. But he doesn't go out his way being a dominating small man. He hasn't got small man syndrome. He's got hard man syndrome. He's as tough as a coffin nail. That's the difference. This small man syndrome refers to the fact that Napoleon was not very tall. Here they are taking the piss out of him back in the day. Napoleon could fit in the palm of your hand, apparently. He was a small man. He wasn't a small man, he was a woman. Right, let's give it a complex and let's have a quick look at Napoleon, shall we? And there she is. Small mouth. Looks like Satan Oakley. Put a straw hat on the bitch. I'm seeing a bit of Elon Musk in there as well. The chubby, rounded face of a woman. No cheekbones, soft eyes, no brow bone, vertical forehead that curves backwards at the top. High set ears, pink lips, Cupid's bow, deep philtrum, small nose. Is there anything I missed? I don't think I did. You understand? Hello Ryan, how you doing, mate? Many blessings. Look at the hips on this bitch. Right, what's your first marker? What's your first marker? Something in that picture should stand out more than anything. It should stand out to you instantly. It is a total girl face, Jen. Absolutely. It looks like Satan Oakley. It does. Is that you, Satan? Antonio always used to laugh when I called her Satan Oakley. But I didn't know Antonio was Antonia. She was also lying to me. But she was allowed to, it was good cop, bad cop, I guess. She was allowed to be my friend, Antonia. Again, I let Antonio into this house. And Antonio is definitely another girl. I've had at least 5 in this house, I'm telling you. Whilst I was a flat earther. This is why I'm no longer a flat earther. The hips, the hidden hand, of course. Yeah, it goes without saying, the hidden hand. But we're looking for a body marker. We're not looking for a sign or a symbol. We're looking for a body marker. It was the hips, but none of you said it. I brought it up twice today. Bruce Lee's School of High fucking Wasters. Are you kidding me? The marker is Bruce. I said hips. I hoped you was going to get it. Yeah, it is the hips. Quite a few he said hips. The knees, the Q angle on the knee. Yeah, it's the hip. But the marker is that bread basket right there. It's a Joey pouch. Look at it. There's only one thing that fits in that part of those trousers, and that's a baby. Bruce Lee's School of High Wasters. Long legs, short body. Look where the body stops. Here, right where a woman's hips are. That's why when you see a woman pulling her pants up, she pulls them up to her nipples, doesn't she? And they sit about there. Well, they don't go all the way up to her nipple. I've seen our girlfriends do it on purpose, pull the tights over the tits and make me laugh. But it was only because I pointed out how high up they were putting their underwear, their pants, their tights. It's only because I pointed that out that you realise that that's a bread basket. The marker is the female womb, the Bruce Lee School of High Wasters. Yes, the hips, yes, the knees, but the marker is them trousers, and those trousers alone. Pay attention in class. Who's this? It's another tart dressed in animal furs. Looks like Satan Oakley, stands like a woman. She's a fat little bitch lot. She was a fat little chum. Do you know who that looks like? Danny fucking DeVito pissed up. It does. Put a bottle of wine in that hand. And there's another picture from the day look. She was a fat little trollop. She was. She was no bigger than a nub end. 4 foot on a nub end. And she's got those tiny little schoolgirl feet, hasn't she? Napoleon complex. So the reason they say they have small man syndrome is it's not a small man. Small men, even small men are powerful. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, Gozzy would snap us all in half if you got him angry. And he's tiny, but I've never seen. It's like he's a werewolf. He's got the strength for 10 men. It's unbelievable. I saw him once, right, knock out 3 blokes in one punch. They came for his gold chain in prison, and he was at the top of some stairs, and I could see him from distance. He pulled his chain up, and he must have been saying, "What, you want this chain off me?" And they was like, "Yeah, we taking the chain." Boom! One punch, all 3 of them decked. Because he's so small. They're just not expecting the power. That's what it is. The power and the money. The money and the power. It scares you. It does. When you realise that like most blokes grow up thinking, he's a big man, I'm not going to mess with him. And big blokes look down at most little men thinking, he's a little fart, I'm going to mess with him. And then all of a sudden, it's like my nana always said, there's always someone around the corner that'll knock your block off, Peter. It doesn't matter how hard you think you are or how hard you become, there's someone around the corner knock your head off, and it'll be someone you're not expecting, son. It won't be a 7-foot-tall giant. It'll be a David and Goliath. You'll be the giant, and it'll be a little man that teaches you that staunch lesson. And it's happened to me twice in my life. Someone smaller than me has absolutely knocked the shit out of me. Me thinking I'm gonna dominate this one. Boom! No, he's a little Gozzy. This is the power of God in men. It doesn't matter how big you are. My nana always told me this as well. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, Peter. Don't be scared of the bullies, Peter. And she was right. I've knocked out blokes twice my size. The most memorable one was in a pub. And the guy was massive. And he was stood on a step above me. He was looking right down at me like I could. My hands were full. I was working in a bar. And my hands were full of glasses. I had 5 glasses in each hand. You know, with a finger in each. I was collecting glasses. And this man was towered over me. And the stupid twat. If he hadn't lent in, it'd have been alright. I'm telling you now. If he hadn't lent in, it'd have been alright. Because he was far too high up for me to do anything too. Because he was stood on a step. But he leant right down off the step to look me in the eye and went, "What are you gonna..." He didn't get to finish this conversation. I just nutted him square in the nose. You've never seen a bloke hit the deck so quick. He was just splattered. You know when you get hit in the nose, lads, don't you? You do, don't you? It tears you up. You can't see straight. And he was just like that, laid on the floor in front of me from one headbutt. I was just like, oh my gosh. Sack of spuds. But that being said, I don't like to fight. I've got to be honest with you. I always defend myself when I have to. But I don't go out of my way to hate people. I've never gone out of my way to bully people. Let's put it like that. I've always been bullied. And the bullies have always got a shock. Always got a shock when they pick on me. Because I just don't care. I just don't. Don't care how big they are. Bastards. There was one time I used to wear an helmet with tiger's ears. I used to wear a motorbike helmet with tiger's ears on it and a tiger's tail on the back. And I was on a little moped. I looked a right twat. But I used to turn up at magic parties with my tiger ears and my tiger tail. And the kids used to love it. And these people were trying to nick my bike once. And the same thing happened. Only this time I had the helmet on. I had the helmet on when they started. It was the same outcome. But Napoleon Complex is meant to attain to small men. And it doesn't, because I've got lots of small friends that are beasts of the field. They really are. Gozzy being one of them. The reason they recall this as small man syndrome is because Napoleon is actually a woman. Acting like a man, all wily and nasty and all the rest of it, when actually it's a woman in disguise. And I'm sure in your lives it's actually happened to you. You know, one of these flip-flops has scared you. A man has scared a woman has scared a man. Throughout your life, I'll put your money on it. You're not going to know until you meet God. When God shows you exactly what happened to you in your life, all the things you missed, you know, the great eye-opening that He's going to give you at the end of time. This is how you lived your life. I'm going to judge you for it now. I'm going to show you the things you knew you were doing and things you knew you didn't know you were doing. We're going to grade you on your spirit alone, because your mind was fooled, right? But you still know right from wrong. You're innately born knowing it's wrong to hit a woman. You're innately born knowing it's wrong to rob someone, to murder someone. You innately know these things. And when given the chance, you innately know that God exists. But only when you're given the chance. Remember, they lied. They lied about how you got here. So it can be forgiven. This is why Jesus said on the cross, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. You didn't know what you was doing. And most people can use that when they meet God. I didn't know, Father. He's going to say, I know, I forgive you. But for the ones that met people like us, the ones that were given a message, God wanted them to know. I say that God puts these people in my life for me to talk to because He wants them to get a message. And where I live, I'm going to be the best messenger for Him, so He puts them in my life. And I pass that message on to them. Hopefully we get to talk to Sean tomorrow or the day after. Adela messaged me earlier on and said she's had a bit of an argument with him, but tomorrow or Sunday night, I should be able to get a chat. It's going to be an interesting chat because Sean is partly awake. I say partly. He thinks that Hitler's a good man. Wait till you meet me. He thinks that Hitler's a good man. And I did at one time. I thought that when I read the paperwork and realised Hitler was trying to get these people out of his country and all this, I thought, oh, he was doing good then. So they turned on Hitler because he was actually trying to get rid of these liars, these money changers, these jewelers from Germany. He was trying to get rid of them all. And then you realise that he's born from a Rothschild who's also a jeweller. And then you're like, well, if Hitler's one of them, what was he doing revolting against them? And then you realise he wasn't. It was just all play on words. It's all an act. They have to tell you the truth in plain sight and then play it out as a fake war. How can I put it? Like a war drill. They call it the theatre of war because they're all acting. They're all friends. Remember, right? Napoleon is friends with Churchill or whoever it was at that time. Francis Renault. I don't know. Francis of Assisi. No, that was a saint. Francis Renault. Drake. He was fighting Drake. My bad. Drake. Another one. They're all best mates. They're all best buddies. They go and sink each other's ships for a laugh. And then you got to build a load more. You need some more money off the people to build another navy after that war. And people just keep giving them all of their money. And nothing's actually happening anywhere. Just take the Black Plague, for instance. They said it was worldwide, and yet they cured it from a fire in London. A fire in London cured the plague worldwide. This is nonsense. Make you believe in diseases. But then people paid all this money for them to clean up and whatever at the time, rebuild London after the fire. And it'll all happen again. London Bridge is burning down. I hate the brainwashing. I hate the way they've fooled my friends and my family. I do. I truly hate it. I hate what they've done. I don't hate them. Hate what they've done. But again, hate is one of the 7 deadly sins, right? It's an abomination to me the way God finds things abominable. That is why I hate it. It's an abomination to me. It's another word for hate, right? It's an abomination to me. It's foul. It's disgusting. And because I'm awake and I'm aware, it is my duty to tell people. I am a messenger. I'm a shepherd. You see, I have eyes on the right road, the narrow road. I have my eyes on it. Everyone else is looking at the highway to hell. and trying to distract them from they're already distracted, right? By TV, by Netflix, by Love Island, all this shite that they find entertaining. It actually does nothing for the spirit and soul. It nourishes nothing. There's nothing edifying in the show Big Brother. There's nothing edifying in travel shows or anything. There is great edification within a Masonic book. I know it's a Masonic book, but there's great edification within the pages, the leaves of the Bible. There's great awareness of God and how you got here. But people don't believe it. They think it's a lie. They think it's a myth. They actually think that everything came from nothing. And what created everything? An explosion. You're telling me there was nothing and then nothing exploded and we've got everything, including life. Explosions kill life. Everything you tell me is backwards, inbred, upside down, back to front, tipsy-topsy bullshit. And that's the beauty of knowing God's word. It's always simple. It's like Occam's razor. It goes from A to B. Here's your question, here's your answer. It doesn't go round the block and back to your answer. And again, I don't believe in Napoleon. I don't believe in any of these wars that they've had. I don't believe in the Ukraine at the minute. I don't believe in the Great Wars. I don't believe in the Vietnam War. Yeah, they sent people there. Yeah, they sent them to death. But the actual war itself wasn't real. And the only people that die in these wars are natural people. Your children, my children, not their children. Their children don't go to fucking war. Oh, unless, of course, you're talking about Prince Harry flying in helicopter. Where are we? Prince Harry went to Afghanistan. Fuck. Get them out my face. Prince Harry went to Afghanistan. My ass. He's a war hero. She's fuck. I just want to swear all the time at these bitches. I really do. Liar. This person went about as close to the war zone as Hitler did to a Japanese swimming pool. It's nonsense. Oh, he's an helicopter pilot. Yeah, George Bush is an F-16 fighter pilot as well. So what? They can fly a plane, they can fly an helicopter. They went nowhere near the war zone. These are all set up pictures, look. That's right, Harry. Look brave. Stick your thumb up for the British nation. You're out there fighting for the people, Harry. My ass! Never went near a war zone. This is the closest he's ever been to a fucking helicopter. Oh, we'll have a picture with you next to the gunner. We'll have a picture of both of you in front of a helicopter. You're both helicopter pilots. His child's an helicopter pilot as well. Oh my fucking way. Those eyes don't get any closer than that, do they? Look at that face. It is tiny, isn't it? They both got little squashy faces. All of the stories that they give you are made up. It's bullshit. Harry has never been to war. He's never even been close to the war zone. They wouldn't put him anywhere near where real Taliban soldiers could shoot him out of the sky. They wouldn't. You got to be kidding me. Because it's not even him, it's an air anyway. They would not put their princess in danger. We'll put him in clothes and we'll film him walking in the desert. Yeah, Harry did 5 tours of duty. Got 180 kills he did with his Cessna helicopter. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. That's why we call them nonces. Kiddie fiddlers. Don't matter what you say, right? Harry's fiddled with his kids. Her kids. Her children are fiddled with. Harry's, William's kids have been fiddled with. Right? They're no longer the gender they were born. That makes them kiddie fiddlers. Full stop. I don't care what anyone says. Right? The law's the law. You're not allowed to touch children. This C-U-N-T cunt, that's what he is, should be in prison. You should not prison, jail. Jail for what you did to your children. That's where you should be. And the other one, Mr. Flathead with a small teeth, squashy faces, the pair of them, they're both kiddie fiddlers. They've both messed with their own children. Right, I don't care who you are, right? Anybody on this side of the fence, normal people, you mess with your children like that, they send you to jail because you're not allowed to touch children. But these people are above the law. Is that what you're telling me? Because they're royalty, they're allowed to do this to their own children, are they? Is that what you're telling me? Children don't have any rights? Newborn babies? From the minute a woman gets pregnant, that child should have rights. These abortion clinics shouldn't be allowed, but they're everywhere. They shouldn't be allowed. I understand if a man rapes a woman and that woman doesn't want that baby, I can understand your grief. I really can. And I'm sure God will as well. But for all these women, I watched a video the other day. Honestly, I wanted to grab her. I did. I wanted to grab her by her head and swing around. She was dancing. I'm gonna kill my baby. I'm gonna kill my baby. Outside of an abortion clinic, dancing. Drops his phone while she's doing it. Or it might even be a bloke. I don't know. But just the idea that the dancing outside an abortion clinic, happy that they're gonna kill a baby. It's just lunacy. I'm sure our Heavenly Father weeps when he sees this shit. And it is shit. Society has been so drastically reduced in IQ, in smartness, that even if they were real girls dancing outside an abortion clinic, they are so stupid and backward thinking. I don't know how God forgives them all, or us. I'm no better. When I was 19 years old, my girlfriend of that time, her dad scared the living shit out of me. She was pregnant at 16 and they made us get rid of it. Made her get rid of it. And to this day, it's one of my biggest regrets. It was the first time God showed himself to me. I'd never seen thunder and lightning like it. And I knew he existed. From that day I did, but I still denied it up until Flat Earth. Still denied that he was real, but he showed me. He was angry with me. He wasn't just angry with me. He lit the fucking heavens up in front of me for about 10 minutes. Terrified me. Thunder like I've never had thunder so close to me. It's like God was right above me. And these people are rejoicing in it. These people are dancing and singing about it. I never danced and I never sang about it. And if I could go back, if you could take me right back now to my childhood, when I get to that point in my life, I would fight Sarah's dad. I know I'd lose, but I would fight him. I wouldn't let anybody like I told Rach, don't you ever let anybody tell you to kill a baby or anything, son. No matter how hard they are, how much they're threatening you, you stand tall, son. You stand tall. If you want that baby and you and that girl want that baby, you say you to everyone around you, son. That includes me. If I'm telling you that shite, and I never would, because I've been through it and I'd never, ever, ever do it again. The upset it caused afterwards, between us, it took ages for Sarah to get over it. I didn't carry that baby. It didn't mean the same to me. And at the time, it didn't mean anything because my dad told me it was just a fish with gills. It's not even a real person, son. It doesn't even form for the next 4 months. Just get rid of it, son. He did say, though, if you want it, son, have it. Don't let her dad tell you this, because I said it. He's telling me I've got to get rid of it, Dad. And my dad actually said to me, do you want it, son? And then he went through the old rigmarole of it's got gills and it's not a person anyway, which just put me off. I think if my dad had been more staunch about it, I'd probably have 2 sons, not 1. But it's my biggest regret, it truly is, that I let these parasites, and that's what they fucking are, parasites living off us, fill my brain with nonsense. That it wasn't even a life, it wasn't even a baby, it's not a person. from almost instantly when you look at the baby growing, it's a person. It truly is. All right, the arms and that don't form straight away, but it's a person right there. And for me, that soul is already in there. That person is already in that life from the off. That's why God gets so upset with us all for doing it. That you don't realise that there's a soul already present in that life. When they say it's not a person, yeah, it's not a talking, walking person, but there's a person in there, there's a soul in there. It can't just appear when you're born. Your soul's got to be there from the off. If God knitted me together inside my mother's womb, he put this spirit, my soul, Peter, that I'm known as, inside the body first, with it, in unison. It all comes into existence at the same time. The way earth, space, land, water, sea, air, all came into existence at the same time, the way God created it. Then so does the soul in the body. And I'm sure my Father in heaven knows it's my biggest regret, it's my biggest, as far as I'm concerned, it's my biggest failure to see God in newborn life, in life that I created, in his image. And that's why he's mad at me. I understand it, Father, I really do. I didn't understand it back then. I was a boy. I was 19 years old. I didn't know niche. I thought I knew everything, but I don't. Even now at 52, I've only just started learning. It's mental, innit? I've lived 52 years and I've never felt so alive until now. I wish God had given me all this information at the age of 4 so I could have lived my life feeling the way I do now for my entire life. Because I'd have stuck the middle finger up at Sarah's dad. I'd live my life so much differently knowing the things I know now. Having the spirit that God gave me and backed me up with. And it's taken me 12 years to get to this point. But he made us strong, right? He made us strong enough to understand the truth. Not just to understand it, understand it if you like, but to accept it. Most people can't even accept the truth that the world's not spinning or that water's level. They can't even accept it. They're not big enough to accept that you can be fooled. The devil hates life. He hates us. God loves us. God gives us this chance. Someone posted earlier on, the devil and God are the same person. And then they quote something out of the Bible where God's saying, I created the evil. Well, yeah, he had to, because good can't exist without the evil. But he didn't create evil itself. Evil had its free choice to become evil. Free discernment, free will. Lucifer had his own mind to decide to try and overthrow God. It created itself. He might have created Lucifer, but he didn't create evil in him. He created the evil and became evil incarnate. God is still separate from Satan. You're trying to tell me they're one in the same. It's impossible. Then there wouldn't be heaven and hell. Then heaven and hell are the same place. Which is what we're living in. Heaven and hell at the same time. The world we live in is heaven and hell at the same time. It could be heavenly all the time, but it's not. It could be hellish all the time, but it's not. It's a mix of them both. And unfortunately, hell, evil, rules this world. Not only does it secretly transgender its children, it secretly lies to you about all stories to keep you from finding God, to keep your spirit from growing. That's what this is all about. My spirit didn't grow for 40 odd years. My knowledge may have, to a certain extent, but not even then it didn't grow to the knowledge that I've got now. The understanding that I have of this world, how it works, how I got here, and why the world is the way it is, well, it all comes back to my faith in God. And it's not questionable. The amount of people that want to question my faith, it's not for question. It's my faith. It's personal. It's a personal thing. It's my faith in Christ. It's not up for question. I don't force you to study Christ or God. I'm just telling you that they're there. It's for you to go and decide and discern what you think about this place. My job here is to show you these liars. And once you can see them, they can't hide from you. Just by looking at their faces, you know that they're women. And especially Prince Charles. Look how close together those eyes are. They were both almost cyclopses. It's your personal journey. It truly is. And may God bless you all the way through it. May He bless you with knowledge. Will He bless you with friends? I hope so. Knowing the truth costs you all these things. It costs you friendships. It costs you families. It costs you all sorts. But I'm telling you now, for me, in my opinion, it was worth it. It was worth finding out that my best friend isn't my best friend. It was worth finding out that my brother would turn against me. Even though I've never done anything wrong. Well, I punched you once when you was little, didn't I, bruv? That was the only thing I've ever done wrong to you in my life. Now, I wish I could take that back. When we was at the play centre and I punched you in the nose and made your nose bleed. I wish I'd never done that, bruv. So one thing in my life, what I did to you, that I regret. I've never got anything else because I've never done anything to you. I've never tried to have your children taken off you. And fair enough, you're hanging around with the Jezebel and you think he's a man and it's not, it's a woman. That's not my fault. I gave you your heads up. I gave you the difference in truth and lies, good and evil. You can be with God or without God. And you chose without God. And without God, you're without me as well. Because people like you and the Jezebel and that, you're never gonna bow your knee. Not until he gets here, and then it'll be too late. Then you'll have gnashing and wailing, and you'll be sorry to God. But before that, you're too proud, you're too boastful, you're too wrapped up in this world. So much so that even though what you've done to me is absolutely unholy and wrong, you're still not even correcting the problem. You're still letting your daughter be told she's a monkey. You're still lying to your daughter about the shape of the world. You're still lying to your daughter about Liverpool Football Club being men, and how you support a bunch of men on a Saturday afternoon. Effing lies, the lot of it. You are of your father, the devil. I am of my father, God. My heavenly father. Not my biological father. My heavenly father. My spiritual father is God. And yours is Satan. You run hand in hand with him. And I was no better. I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you. I was no better. I run hand in hand with Satan. And I learnt nothing. In the entirety of my life, up until 40 years old, I knew nothing. And then when I started to find and discover that God was real and the truth about where I lived and how I got here, you deemed me crazy. Yeah, I'm the most articulate person in our family, right? Not just our family, but the whole family. There's no one even comes close to being articulate as me. But yet I'm wrong. Even though I'm a magician and I fooled people for a living for 25 years of my life, I'm still wrong. You're not fooled, right? There's no way that the devil could deceive me and you and the whole world. Make you believe that you live on a spinning ball. There's no way the devil could do that now. Heartbreaking is what it is. I truly agree. It's heartbreaking. And I hate the place. I absolutely hate this world. Even though heaven still exists within it and there are heavenly people within it. Evil rules supreme. This is not my world. This is not my place to be. God so loved the world that he gave his one and only begotten son. And when we took him away, he told everybody you shouldn't love this world, right? I told you that. I'm sure it was Dave Chappelle that did it. A young Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy. It was one of them. Chris Rock. He did that. Oh no, it was Richard Pryor, where he pretends to be God coming back. And he's on stage and he walks over and says, hi. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? You like the world? Everything good? I've come to collect my son. And then he continues with this 4 or 5 minute verbal diatribe, which is just amazing to listen to. You did what to him? You took what? And it just the outrage that God has with mankind is it's a very memorable piece of acting that Richard Pryor does on the stage there, but there's a lot of truth in jest. They say that, don't they, in real life? When someone says something mean to you in a comical way, there's a lot of truth in how they feel about you. I think the whole world has got such a lesson to learn. And there is only one teacher that's going to teach them. It's Jesus Christ, amen. I wish I'd had Jesus sooner. I wish that God had entered my life and blessed me sooner. But I can't. Life is linear. Unless he resets the clock for all of us and we get to live our lives again with the knowledge we have now. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. And even though I've done all this work to help prove you exist to people, I still don't feel like I've done enough. I don't even feel like I'm close to doing enough. Which is why I don't stop. Which is why I do it every day. My work is visible to people every day. I come on YouTube for at least 2 hours. And I do at least 2 hours memes every day. Try to. I used to sit on it all day. For the first 2 years of learning about this, I sat on this computer all day, every day for 2 years. I got fat ass. I got fat ass. But for 2 years, I donated my life, my whole day, every day, to God and this subject, that others can be set free, knowing the truth, or that others will have an understanding of God through the human skeleton. Because you are his creation, and his creation is the greatest evidence that he exists. The human mind alone, forget the human body, just the mind alone. There isn't a single AI anywhere that comes close to God's design. The devil would love to tell you that he's got self-thinking, feeling AI. Sorry, but machines don't feel anything. Only bio-organic, natural people feel anything. I'm not saying that these people don't feel anything. I'm sure they do. But this great rollout that we're experiencing right now of the truth is being played out. It is. Everything that they've done is being told to us. And for a reason. You've got to decide why. Why are they telling us right now? Why is right now? Why is your life above all the other decades and all the other years that people have lived through? Why is 2025 the moment of revelation for mankind? Why? Why are you living in that time? It's a very, very special time, that's for sure. Mankind has been asleep for millennia, whilst this has happened right in front of everyone. And now, for some reason, God, them, whatever, wants you to know the truth. That you should be saved. That you should know God is real. Not have faith in him. know that he's real. I have faith in Jesus Christ. I can't tell you if he was a real living man the way they tell you. He called himself the Son of Man, and I can't work miracles, but he could. And that's where faith comes into it, right? That he was God in the flesh, not God himself, God in the flesh. His spirit incarnated into his own son. That takes faith. And my faith ain't up for questioning. I told you, it'll take God himself. God would have to come down himself and say, Peter, it didn't happen. But even if Jesus didn't exist, what would be wrong with me following in his footsteps, his kindness, his mercy, his forgiveness? What would be wrong with me? In God's eyes, what would be wrong? Nothing. Nothing would be wrong with it, because he wants you to live your life that way. He don't want you going out at the weekends, getting ratted, drunk, not knowing what you've done, wasting your life away. And that's what most people do, right? We waste our lives away, all our lives. We leave this earth without an inkling that God was real. And then we meet him and he shows us a backwash of your life from the day you got here. The moment you was born, God was there. He watched you being born, every one of us. He watches every one of us being born. And then he watches you grow. He watches all your best parts in your life and the worst parts. He watches them all. He can't interfere, because then he'd be messing with free will. If he messes with free will, then your devotion, your love to him isn't real. The only reason that he knows that my love is real is because I don't do it for anything other than his forgiveness. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for friends or anything. I do it for his forgiveness. I give him my love freely. He doesn't have to pay me anything for it. Although he's given me more than enough knowledge. The water of life, whatever you want to call it, he's given me so much spirit. I feel it's my duty to pay him back some. And then some more on top. Because otherwise I'd still be lost. I'd still be in the wilderness. I'd be like my brother. I'd be like Kai. I'd be without a clue. Without a moral compass. Without God. Oh, I could never go back to that old life where I ain't got God. Even if they said you could have all this stuff, we'll give you an helicopter, we'll make you the Prince of England, Peter. Ram it, Satan. I don't want nothing. God already made me a prince. He said I'd live my life as a prince and die as a king. And I'm going to. For the last 12 years I've lived my life as a prince. And I'm going to die as a king. Knowing the truth. Knowing that when this last breath comes out of me, that this king is going to meet the King of Kings. My Lord, my Saviour. All the evil that's surrounded me all my life will be present on that day in heaven as God prepares a table for me in front of them. They don't get that choice. They don't get that chance to sit at the table with God. They're just going to get judged. And for what? What did you do? What did you do all this for? For money? For power? So that you could call yourself king and queen or whatever and lord it up over normal people, the children of God, the true naturals of this earth that don't go out of the way to do any of this to anybody. I am a natural, so I know. I don't do any of this shit to anyone. You have my forgiveness for what's been done to you both. You really do. You have my forgiveness. You have my sympathy for it. That someone did this to you from a young age and then brought you up in a lifestyle where people think like this, demented, backwards, inbred, whatever you want to call it, upside down, back to front, tipsy topsy thinking, you have my sympathy. And if you two are truly, truly redeemed in God's eyes, my forgiveness is true as well, right? But I don't know if either of these people are truly sorry. I don't know if they will ever give up their place of power, their royal bloodline that doesn't belong to them. It's made up, it's nonsense. It's not yours anyway. If you want to hold on to this fake bullshit world you live in, then that's their choice, right? Mark Twain said that some people consider public opinion the voice of God on earth. And when the whole public decides that you're all criminals, the whole world decides that you all go to jail. And I know there are people out there that want to send you to Afghanistan, Tony Blair to Afghanistan for all the people that died there. If they died there, that would not be merciful, that would not be forgiven, that would be hateful to do such a thing. An eye for an eye is what a lot of people would want, but evil only begets evil, right? In doing so, you become just like them. You're no longer a child of God, right? You become like your father, Satan, evil, a murderer, a liar, a cheater. I wasn't created in that image. I was created in my Father's image in heaven. Which is why I am going to live like a prince and die like a king. I don't have all the luxuries of a helicopter, a private jet and a mansion like what a real princess does. But none of these things mean anything to me. You understand? It would be easier for you to push a camel through the eye of a needle than it would for a rich person to enter the gates of heaven. And a liar at that. Forget about the money. The lies that you've told on earth alone are not going to get you through the gates of heaven. I live in a world full of liars and deceivers and bankers and jewelers and money grabbing, thieving, rotten people. And they rob the national heritage out of every country. All the people are poor and desolate and without. Even the ones that think they've got something. It's like Jason, who I spoke to the other day. I've got a £250,000 house. Yeah, mate. I've got a house, but I don't owe £250,000 for it. I still live like you do. I've got clothes on my back, food in my stomach. But I'm not a slave to this beast system. I'm not a fool either, the way they are. They're fooled into thinking they've got something. You came in with nothing. God created you with just a soul. You got here with a soul, you're leaving with a soul. That's all you're leaving with, your soul. And your soul's been tarnished. Your spirit, your beauty, your inner beauty has been tarnished by the devil. Greedy, money grabbing, selfish people is what you've become. Everybody used to look out for everybody at one time. I know they did. And it still is like that in some respects. If you saw an old woman getting beaten up, you'd jump in. Like you see in these videos, you see an old man or an old lady getting hit and all of a sudden there's 5 men on them. You just know what you can do because there's safety in numbers. There is still goodness in this world. But these people that go and do this to these old people still exist also. And not every time that these things happen is there a good Samaritan on hand. A good Samaritan. Why? Why do they call the Samaritans good? Jesus met the Samaritan woman at the well, right? And he asked for a drink. And she didn't want to serve Jesus because he was higher than her, right? That's why she looked at it from her position. all of their power comes from you. You understand? That's why Mark Twain said he considered public opinion the voice of God on earth. When we all say no together, we do not consent. It's game over. It is. Spell broken. Because everyone's spellbound. The question is, how much psychological damage have they done to everyone that when the truth comes out, that everybody's not going to care? That the public opinion is, we'll just leave it exactly the same. We'll keep it exactly the way it is now. And we don't have to worry, do we? We'll sit on the fence. Yeah, well, Satan owns the fence because God doesn't divide. I love God. I truly do. And he knows it, right, Father? You know I love you. And like I said, I don't hate these people. I hate what they've done. I don't hate these people. Take slow amounts of truth and slowly disperse it, because the full download scares the shit out of them. Excuse me language. Terrifies people. If you drop the whole truth bomb, everything on them, it just leaves them devastated. And I didn't realise that's what I've done plenty of times, which is why I tried to stay on topic. I tried to stay on topic with the flip-flops rather than going off down flat earth and medical and all the rest of it. Just stay with this one topic. Teach them to see the liars first, and then let the lies slowly show themselves, right? Slowly show themselves. But like I said, like Jason with his £250,000 house, he don't care if the world's flat. It doesn't change his life. Even though it does. Don't change his life. He don't care if God exists. Don't change his life. Oh, even though it does. And so on and so on. Because in the end days, there will come mockers and scoffers. Mockers and scoffers. And they're going to try and distract you from this subject. They're going to want to talk about all sorts of other subjects that get you nowhere. This one answers all subjects because it shows you the liar within each. It shows you the creator within your own skeleton. You are the created. You are the living creation. You are the living waters. That's you. What Jesus spoke about. You are living water, right? 8 pints of living water with sass and pizzazz in your spirit, given to you by God. That's where you should end up, in a comfortable state of, you know who you are, you know how you got here, you know who did it to you, and you know you can't change everybody in this world. You do know that, right? But no matter how much I want to sit idle, I can't. I wish I could. I wish I could sit with idle hands like I used to. I just can't. I have to tell people. I have to live my life in accordance with God, because I'm going to meet him soon. Well, not too soon, but somewhere in the next 25 years I'm probably going to meet him. Most people don't get to 75, so I've probably got another 25 Christmases a year. And for the next 25 Christmases, even when my eyesight's nearly gone and my fingers are frail, I'll still be sat here with this mouse and keyboard, unless of course it spills by then. I'll still be sat here with this mouse and keyboard, talking to your grandchildren, of course. Because you are going to teach your grandchildren the truth, right, folks? You're not going to let them go through this shite the way you went through it. You're not going to let them tell them that they can go to space and that they can land on other planet. You're not going to let them do that, right? Because you can't let them do that. It would be unfair, wouldn't it, knowing the truth and continuing to live the lie. That would be blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. Right, let's go back to where we were. Napoleon, what triggered that? I don't know what triggered that. Let's go back to here. Oh, it was Jonathan Pryce. It was all triggered by Jonathan Pryce. Triggered. Right, Jonathan Pryce. I haven't done it, and there's only one gate. There's only that one gate. You got to be kidding me. There's nothing else for Jonathan Pryce walking in it. Blue rinsers. You've got to be kidding me. This is why Jonathan Pryce isn't on the list. All I've got is a flamingo foot. Let's try street with him. Oh, something there. From Flamingo again. It's still not a good one. That's a nice one there, in line. That's not him, is it? Is it him? No, it's Jonathan Agnew. Get off. That one's him, though. Who's that man? That was really weird. Did you hear that door open? It just opened. I know, Marley. That door just opened on its own, didn't it, mate? Eh? It's not a black. Who's there? Watch him. Right, where are we? Jonathan Pryce. Please let that be you. Gutted. Jonathan Agnew. Look at the state of them feet. 8 and 6, 4 o'clock. For sure. Let's go back. Let's go back. And then one down. Is that you? It is. That's the same shot. That's not you, is it? No, that's a weird way of standing there. Those pants are a little bit Bruce Lee. There's another one. I've got that one as well, haven't I? As if that's the only gates for Jonathan Pryce. You've got to be kidding me. Right. I guess we'll take that. It's your 50-50. Actually, I like that one better. It's clearer. Take that. We'll take you 3 gates. Come on, Jonathan. Where's them gates gone, huh? You're winding me up. Right. I didn't take those gates. Walking. Let's do it again. There's one. It's a lovely diamond. It's a lovely flamingo foot right there. Feet at 4 and 8 o'clock. There's another one of them. Where is it? That's it. Take that one as well. It's a nice diamond. And what's that one? No, it's the same as well. Let's go back a pick. What's that one? Yeah. One angle. Jonathan Pryce. Where's that other picture? There was another one, wasn't there? Where was it? Got a funny fat ass and a way of walking. Dum 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 dum. That's not you, is it? No. There's one. No, that's Nicolas Cage. Gutted. You got a funny little walk there, mate. It's almost like you're a woman. Is that one of his daughters? It's got to be right, being brought up as a boy. Right, that's it, Jonathan Price. Do all the gates I've got. Oh, actually, was another one on Street, wasn't there? Was it Street? Dun, 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 dun. Is that the same picture? That is the same picture. Where was the other one? I can't remember what it looked like. Oh my gosh, look at that for an egghead. Look at, who is that? That's Tom Felton, is it? Oh, Tom Felton can go straight on this list, I'll tell you. I don't think there's any more. There was one though. I can't think what it looked like, what he was wearing. I really wanted a full mince. I bet there's one in a movie somewhere. Look at the difference in their eyes. Who's got the male cheekbones? Bond. James Bond. The name's Bond. Right, back we go. Did I get Gates and face? Am I done? Downwards. There we go. Yes. Goody two shoes. We're done. Next. Jonathan Price is a woman. Who's this? Ashley Hayes. Ashley Hayes has got no write-up, nothing. 192,000 Instagram followers though. Yeah, you've got no chance, Instagrammer. Yeah, no chance. Absolutely no chance. Let's go back to the top. I'm not even going to type walking in because I know they don't exist. I'll give you a face check. That's a big triangle, isn't it? Big mouth as well. He reminds me of Jordan a bit. I'm seeing Jordan, Katie Price in that face. Yeah, there's no pictures. Wasting my life. Next. Troy Brewer. Have I not done Troy Brewer? Let's just take Brewer. Brewer. Oh my gosh! This mouse. Oh, winding me up. Oh, stop it! Right, just give me that name. There it is. Copy. Not you, you daft dog. I'm talking to the mouse, not you, you dog. What, do you want some food? You want some food now, don't you? Here's some food. Oh, I've just put bloody Jonathan bloody Price back in. Cop, this mouse is doing my nodding. Come here. Paste, Brewer. Right, away it goes. Let it search. I'll be 2 seconds. I'm just going to put some food in Marley's bowl. You want some food? You want some food, Marley? Oh, you just fart. Oh, that stinks. You stink, dog. Get away. You little waggy tail. Where's that cheese gone? Did I leave the cheese out? I didn't leave the cheese out, did I, Marley? No, it's there. Pardon me. You want some cheese? I want some cheese. Want some of that? Want some of that? Would you cheat? There you go. Go on then. Marlo, come back here. Go on. Dickhead. Right. He might give me some peace now. I'm back. Hope you all had a nice cup of tea just then. Brewer. Oh, something's come up. What is it? Let's have a look. Julia Hartley Brewer and Madeline Brewer, but no Troy Brewer. That means there's no Gates. What is it? Internet personality. I should have just seen that. Images. This ain't happening. I'm telling you now. Troy and Mary Brewer. They look like a real couple. Almost. They don't know. The power of 888. Isn't that a gambling company? 11,000 kids, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this ain't happening. There's no pictures. I should put requests. Don't ask for internet personalities. You're barking up the wrong tree. Walking. I don't know who that is, but that's a funny way of walking for a man. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, it's not happening. Again, asking me for nobodies. Not important. Not celebrities. Might be well known in the Christian community, but in worldwide terms, nobody knows who Troy Brewer Ministries is. Most people don't even believe in God, so... Yeah, there's nothing. I'm going to put walking in. I just did. It was a waste of my life. I'm going to do it again. Just double check. Yeah, we did. We're done. Next. Right, who's this? Jan Muller. Have we done Muller? I'll have a quick look in the back file. M-U-L-L-E-R. Muller. Search. Uh-oh. It's another one with no pictures. You got no chance. Jan Muller walking. I've already done Jan Muller. Get off. I know I have, because I took those two pictures, that one and the other one. I've done this one. Get off the screen. Next. Asking me for the same ones over and over. Where are we? Katerina Banik. 820 followers. Oh, I don't think so. 20 plus followers on YouTube. 900. This is not happening. This is not a request. I'm sorry. Oh, it could be one. Maybe it isn't. No, it's not a request. There's no pictures. It's not a request. I'm going to go to walking. Yeah, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that leaves me with a face check. That's quite a squared looking face, right? It's not egg shaped. Male digit ratio, male arm lengths on the upper humerus. That looks like an Adam's apple right there. It does though, doesn't it? But there's no gates, there's no pictures, so we're leaving again. Next. Walkerman, musical artist. This one might have some famousness to it. Jan Muller did that one. Easy Mill did that one. Paul Williams, Stanley Clark. We've done all of these. Tom Z. Audrey Landers. Why is it showing? Oh, I've already done them. Recently viewed, Peter. Yeah, Dave. I thought it was showing me people connected to it. Right, Walkerman. Yeah, this ain't happening. You got no chance. Let's have a look. Patent. Old. Walking. Bayern Munich. Champions League. Well, I don't even know who he's asking for. Is it the footballer or is it the musician? There isn't even a musician showing up. That was the musician, look. Walkerman. Walkerman, musical artist. Ah, that might do it better. Right, let's have a look. Images. No, it's still skanking me. This ain't happening. There's two people showing up. This footballer and this singer. And the singer's not even showing. It's just a footballer. Yeah, I don't know who he was asking for, whether it was the musician or the footballer. You'll have to make it more to the point. Next. Serene Sarikaya is a Turkish actress and model, beauty pageant title holder. He's got a big neck. Images. Man. His flat-chested look. Oh, Mandy, where are we? Come here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Where is it? There. This one. Eddie's wife has female clavicles round like mine. Let's have a look. Round? They're pretty thick, wouldn't you say? That's quite a big bathing place for a budgie to bathe in. Let's just have a look first though, Mandy. The hand. Does your hand look like that? Have you got a longer ring finger than you do an index finger? Because that is a male digit ratio. Those are male sized hands. What's that meant to be there? Is that meant to be a little girl? Eddie's got soft eyes. This is not a good picture for a clavicle. E is holding a baby and scrunched up. That is not a good picture for a clavicle. What's his name? Eddie Hall's wife. Well, let's come back to it. A second. Do. Bink. Let's go to Eddie Hall. Why? What's his name? Alexandra Hall. Alexandra Hall. Oh, am I on the right page? I'm not even on the right page. Divvy. Alexandra Hall. That's better. Swap page back 1 second. Yeah. I'm going back and forth through the pages. There we go. Eddie Hall's wife. Bullshit. Eddie Hall's a woman. It's all of them. There are no exceptions ever. So definitely can't be a woman, can it? If Eddie's a girl, then Eddie is a girl. There's no way that they put a real girl, Eddie, with another real girl who's posing as a girl. You understand? It would have to be another. It'd have to be in a gay relationship for it to be an Illuminati relationship. Images. There he is. Is that him? We're done. Look at those teeth. Who is Alexandra Hall? That's a different Alexandra Hall, isn't it? Oh, there's a load of them. There's 3 of them. Oh boy. Imagine Dragons. What's Imagine Dragons got to do with that? Let's put Eddie Alexandra Hall. Not even famous enough for pictures. Look. Oh, look at this shite. Oh, his clavicles don't look so round now. Look at the length of them shoulders. Little FTM here. Big fat FTM there. Oh, look at these two. Talk about taking the piss. There's Eddie. I bet you any money Eddie's pregnant under there. And there's one taking the piss. Literally taking the piss. Wearing one of those. Exactly the same. There's no difference. Taking the piss. If someone can explain to me why Alexandra's got such a long neck and Eddie doesn't have one, that would be nice. I can't get a straight shot of them clavs. There aren't any. There we go. Oh, that's a nice big thick long clavicle and broad shoulder blades you've got there. That isn't rounded. It's a big thick Westler's hot dog. And there they are. Oh my gosh, I wish it would stop doing this. Do I agree to the privacy? Oh my gosh, agree. No, just leave me alone. Right. Eddie Hall's a big fat girl. The Beast. Apparently went into a caged boxing bare knuckle fight back in the day with some American dude and won, which is why Eddie became famous. But it's all nonsense. They're all flip-flops, they're all liars, none of them are men. They've all got 5 heads, look. And they married other men. Long neck. Again, he doesn't look very womanly there, does he? The power of makeup. So yeah, did you see the one where Eddie bought a cargo container? I don't know, it cost something like 20-30 grand or something, and inside it was, there just happened to be a Bentley. Yeah. No one else who buys cargo containers like that, what's in my garage, get Bentleys and that, do they? No, they don't. But Eddie did. Is that a penis? What is that there? It looks like he's packing. Eddie bought a tank. It's all bollocks. You know what I mean? It's all TV. Oh, the man is showing there. What is that cat wearing? The man is showing there. He almost needs a shave there, doesn't he? Did you just fart again? Yeah, you. Did you just fart? Is he gorgeous? What are you looking at? What a biscuit. What a biscuit. You want one of them? You want one of them? You want one of them? You little face. Oh, a biscuit. Biscuit. Go on, beat it. Right. Yeah, that's not a woman. Ever. I know when you put them side by side, because Eddie is such a big woman, you can still be fooled into thinking Eddie is a man and that's a woman, but Eddie's got arms, short arms akimbo, and a diamond when she walks. There it is from the rear. The foot and knee wants to go outwards, look. No, just because you make it bigger, you can't. It's the same with fat. Fat or muscle, it doesn't change the way they walk. Might slightly elongate it, but still you have that same walk. There's hardly any pictures of this person anyway, so I'm not doing it, but get out, you sneaky little sob. After them biscuits. Beat it. So yeah, it's definitely not a woman at any point. He's got a ding dong. Eddie's got a mangina, and Alexandra's got a penis. PP in the wrong place. Moo moo in the wrong place. Eddie gets pregnant. Alexandra pushes the babies in. Eddie pushes them out. Alexandra pushes them in. It's that simple. And there he is again. And yet they love to lie to the world, and they stand in front of the mirrors, look, making women jealous. Why doesn't my body look like that? Because that's a bloke, that's why. Your body will never look like that because you're a woman. Woman! They're all liars and deceivers. Knackers to them. Right, let's go back to this one. Serene Sarikaya. That's a dude, final answer. That is a man. Low set ears, square jaw, huge cheek. Look at the size of that cheekbone there. Look at the size of it. Deep set eye, a short sloping forehead. Look, it's not a 5-head. It doesn't go vertical and then curve backwards. It slopes from the brow bone upwards. Look. Short sloping male forehead. That's a man, final answer. Definitely a man. Final answer. I like that one. We'll take that as your 50-50. Has he got any gates? That's the question. 7, eh? Oh, what's that? I thought that was penis. Let's go back again. Oh. I think that might be him. It is. That looks like David Beckham. Stair fail right there. Game over, man. He looks like Giselle. There he is again. Oh my gosh, look at that stride. Is that photoshopped? Is that real? Oh my gosh, look at the stride on that. It is real. Oh my gosh. Dude, final answer. Let's go to walking, shall we? Oh, another stair fail. He's ploughing them out. Sarikaya, I've never heard of him. Again, he looks like Giselle. He really does. I'm seeing Giselle Bundchen. I got no gates. I got no gates. Walking. Nope. Oh, is that a stair file? Oh, it's just paused, you bitch. Oh, wedding day mints. Look at your wife's mints. There he is again. And again, we're done. Final answer. It's a man with really bony ass knees. 1, 2, 3. This is why I love forensics. You just take a few pictures and you have an answer that you're looking at a liar. You can spend months, weeks, years on the flat earth and get nowhere with people. With this, answers are straight instantaneous. That's why I love this subject. That's why I'm obsessed with this subject. The truth. I love the truth. That's the truth of the matter. I love the truth. Most people can't handle the truth. They're not articulated enough to carry that load. Next. Levan Sanginashvili. That's a big name. What is he? An arm wrestler? He's an arm wrestler. The Georgian Hulk, they call him. Let's have a look at him. What's going on there? Your eyes look a bit close. I've just got to say, they do. He doesn't look very manly, does he? You can cover a woman in hair all you like. All this, I think all this is like Robin Williams. An adverse reaction to the testosterone. This fuzzy looking male. His arms are too short. Why are his arms so short? Don't tell me it's because of his shoulders and his lats or whatever, because there's no fucking lats there. From underneath the elbow, this bitch spreads wider and wider and it goes all the way down, look. She's still widening down here, look, compared to this bit here. Look. I see an odd-shaped man. Let's put it like that, shall we? It's a woman, but we'll have a look. The face. He looks like David, what's his name, who married Julie Garland, Liza Minnelli. David Guest. He reminds me of David Guest. He's got very strange lips, don't you think? Very Eddie Hallish. That's a woman. That's a woman. It's not big enough to be a man. It's not. It's a big woman. Men are massive. The Georgian Hulk. He still don't look big enough. Men. When men get strong, they're massive, and they don't look like fat, pudgy weeble wobbles. He looks like a weeble wobble with short, hairy arms. He's got big hands though, if it is a girl. Fuck yeah, it's got big hands. The digit ratio is female though, look. Even with the size of them hands, the digit ratio is still female. Right, here's the thing, right? If you think that this is a man, well, I'm telling you now, that one is a woman. Devon Larratt, there it is, Devon Larratt. That is a woman, regardless of what you think, that is a woman. I've proven it, right? I've already got the gates for this one. Do you honestly think they're going to let a real man, a real Hulk, go up against this woman? No, you're going to put another woman against her. This is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, this is a woman. Which means that one has got to be a woman. Because it's all of them. There are no exceptions. Until you get your head around that point, you're stuck. You'll always be a flat earther or a concave earther or whatever you are. You're always going to be that. You're never going to progress. You're never going to get to the truth, or the standard truth that God left behind for you. It's a woman, final answer. That's a beautiful flamingo. It's a woman. Shoulder tilt, hip twist, broken leg. That's a woman, final answer. It's a shame that's not a full mince. It's going to be hard to get this one walking. Devon Larratt, I had to go to the video to get him. So that's probably going to be the only gate for this person. I'd love to see a full mince. What was that? You caught my... Where is it? I saw Devil Horns. Where's that picture just gone? Oh, is that him in that movie? Ah. Woman. Final answer. What, with arms like that? I don't care. The arms are too short. It don't matter how big the muscles are. The only reason the arms look so big is because it's a woman and she has a chicken nom-nom on the bottom of her arm. It's a bingo wing. Which make them so much bigger than a man's. Don't get me wrong, a man can have a big bicep, but it's longer. Because his upper arm, from shoulder to elbow, would be about here. Meaning his hand would come down to about there. More torque, more strength, longer arms. Anybody who knows anything about fulcrums knows that a longer arm has more power, more strength behind it. Might be slower getting to its target, but it is. Leven Shangavilli. Let's go walking and see if I can't find it that way, folks. I don't think this one's happening. One gate, look. Well, you know the reply that I'm going to give you, don't you, at this point, if you're watching. You're my student. I have taught you how to find the gates. There are no gates for me to find. You will find them on video somewhere. I caught Devon walking into the ring when I got Devon Larratt. Where are we? Let's just have a quick look on my Facebook. Pete. This is how you search Facebook. You go to the three dots at the top of the page, not on the pictures, at the top of the page where my picture is. There's three dots just below it. You click on that, you get a search bar, you press search, and you put in keywords. In this case, we're going to put Devon in there. I don't need to put them all in. Are you older than me, Anna Souza? You're older than me. As if you're older than me. Where are we? Devon Windsor, William Dafoe. Why is Dafoe coming up? Devin Brugman, Kurt Cobain. Where's Devon Larratt? Come on, don't do this to me. There it is. Is that Devon Larratt? Yeah, it is. Devon Larratt. Even this face here, do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Russian videos. RV. It looks like RV. There she is as a young girl, look, with a chin implant, the soft eyes, and then I got a flamingo foot, a full mince flamingo, a full mince, a full mince, a flamingo foot, and another full mince. If that doesn't answer your questions, I don't know what will. But this is how big they make the women. You know, the Amazonian warrior princesses, well, this is them. They're as big as men. They are. But they're just not the real McCoy. There's a difference. A big difference. But there you go. This is how big you can make a woman if you give her growth hormones, testosterone, chop off her breasts, and make people believe she's a man. This is how big they can get. And I told you, this adverse reaction that they get, the really hairy body. Robin Williams has got to be one of the most famous people for that hairy body. An adverse reaction to testosterone. It's a shame there's no more Gates. I'm going to put Street in quickly. Yeah, there's nothing. Right, whoever requested it, go find the Gates. They're on video somewhere. I've just shown you. There's a nice one. Oh, well, actually, we've got two. I don't need you to find it. I've just found them. There's a third as well, if that's him. Emmys versus Levin. No. I've just got three there. I don't need any more. Two of them were minces, so we'll take them. It's a girl. Final answer. I know it's hard for you to accept that this has happened, but it's happened. It's been happening for millennia. You was born into this lie, so it makes it very difficult for you to see it. Only those that can see the kingdom of God or have the kingdom of God in their hearts are going to see it. I'll take that better picture. You've been fooled. You've been hoodwinked. The devil is the greatest liar of them all, and you have fallen for all of his lies. This is not a man. This is a woman. And no matter, I don't care how big the muscles are. I don't care how big the legs are. I don't care how big their hands are. Their eyes are too close together. Soft, gorgeous eyes. So let the liars lie. Let the liars lie, and you know the truth. Let your friends be in disarray around you. There's nothing you can do about it. You understand? You can only save you and your flock. If those people don't listen to you, then they're not part of your flock. Do you understand? They're not from the children of God. There's a chance that they could come back. There is a chance, but it's only slim. Because the path is narrow, and the chances of them seeing the path the way you do is remote, to say the least. I'll take that as your face, I'm thinking. I'll come back if I need another. The chances of them seeing the narrow path that you saw are remote. It really is. But there are people that still need waking up. If people that you're giving the message to don't listen, then find someone who does, someone who can hear what you're saying. You're wasting your time. I know you love these people, your friends, your family, but you can only do so much before you realise you're wasting your time, right? Or you should be able to realise you are wasting your time. Move on. Find someone who's in love with the truth the way you are. Find all your answers when you search for them. When you ask God for knowledge, don't ask him for £1 million. Don't ask him for a Ferrari. Ask him for wisdom. Ask him for love, knowledge and mercy. He'll grant them in abundance. As long as you ask sincerely. If you just ask him flippantly, he's not going to answer. He never does. Why should he? Images. Johnny Dubois he's a Dutch chef. Oh, this is for juice. This is for juice. What time is it? How long have we been going? 2 hours 26. Oh, that'll do. We'll call it an end. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll finish Johnny Dubois. How many have I got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 requests left. Probably do requests again tomorrow. Just remember, God loves you. He truly does. And he wants you to know that you were born in an inside out, upside down, back to front, tipsy, topsy turvy world. Thank you very, very, very much for watching, students and school checkers from around the world. Happy birthday, Anna, sweetheart. Hope you have a nice day. We'll see you all tomorrow.